Do I have everybody's attention now? Do I have everybody's attention now?
Don, I got you.
Don, do I have everybody's
Sunday
attention
night.
now?
You put them cameras on me, then you must be willing to get that heart touch. This a must-see feeling. The news ain't good, then it must be villain. So I say a tag grounded, I don't trust these ceilings. Spread across your nose, and I'm on your ear. Highest necks on the cloud, hammer in the air. Sunday nights, prime time. I flex mine better. Voltron transform to DX Don, Mega and Obscene. You probably think I'm nice, cause I slow like a stream to your wireless device. And the smoke full of steam on any given night. How short like a piece of any given slice. And for the latest and what is best about, I tune in and tune the rest out. Don, you gotta tell them, am I in the clear? Is this thing on? Am I on the air? On the air?
Well, what is going down, everybody? Welcome back to another brand new episode of Am I on the Air? My name is Don Mega, and I am your host, and I'm so happy that you are here to join me again on another Monday, because we're broadcasting live from the Red Dragons radio studios here in Tucson, hot-ass Tucson, Arizona, on this Monday, June the 20th. It's season 24, episode 14, and tonight's show is titled To Infinity. I got a couple movies to talk to you about, got a couple TV shows to talk to you about, and of course, we're going to get you caught up with all the latest and the greatest when it comes to entertainment news, television, movies, reviews, non-spoiler. Right here, we get you caught up every single 7 days in everything going down in the world of entertainment news. One plug for you guys. A couple nights ago, I got to be a special guest on the podcast, Shooting the Sith. That's right, I love Shooting the Sith. It's a Star Wars show from a galaxy far, far away. As you know, Am I on the Air is now a proud part of the Pop Culture Pros network. And Shooting the Sith is a show that is on the Pop Culture Pros network. And he reached out and said, hey, would you like to talk some Star Wars? We're going to talk episode 5 of Obi-Wan Kenobi. And I had to jump at the opportunity. So I got together with him and we broke down episode 5. We talked about all the things we liked, we didn't like, as we get ready for the finale this week. That's right, episode 6 is this Wednesday on Disney Plus for Obi-Wan Kenobi. I will probably be back on Shooting the Sith later this week to talk about the finale as well. So it was a lot of fun. So definitely keep an eye out on our social media. Look on our Twitter page. I've been sending out the link. If you go to the Pop Culture Pros YouTube page, you can watch that video there of me on Shooting the Sith. So real quick plug, getting that out there. On a side note, have you listened to the Top Gun Maverick spoiler review yet? Just wanted to make sure that that's out there for those of you that missed that somewhere along the way. Go to amiontheair.com. You can listen to the audio version right there. And if you scroll down in the show notes, there is a link to the video version that we did over on our YouTube page. So you got video, you got audio. Check out Top Gun Maverick spoiler review. All right, that's the plugs out the way. Let's get into the new movies of the week. I got 3 of them for you guys. And I'm going to start, not with the one you think I am. I'm going to start with Spiderhead, because this is a movie that I've been really, really looking forward to. Directed by Joseph Kosinski. Speaking of Top Gun Maverick, the director of Top Gun Maverick right there, Joseph Kosinski, Tron Legacy, Oblivion. He's done some really cool stuff. So this is directed by Joseph Kosinski, who, man, what a life he's living right now, right? 2 new movies out, killing it. Written by the guys who did Deadpool 1 and 2. Come on. Paul Wernick and Rhett Reese. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick, who did Deadpool 1 and 2. They also did Zombieland. So great writers right here. And then you, of course, have the cast. Chris Hemsworth, Miles Teller, Journey Smollett. Dude, yo, those 3 right there, I'm done. Let's go. Let's check it out. Very, very cool. So, of course, this is a Netflix original, and I was just sold by everything I just went over with you, right? The cast, the writers, the director. And this is about a prisoner in a state-of-the-art penitentiary who begins to question the purpose of the emotion-controlling drugs that he's testing for a pharmaceutical genius. So Chris Hemsworth is this pharmaceutical genius, who is, yes, he runs a little lab at a penitentiary on an island called Spiderhead. And it's a really cool jail because you get to just walk around, you get good food. It's really chill. But in exchange for you being on this chill Spiderhead, you have to take part in these experiments. So you have this pack attached to your back with a bunch of different drugs, and it could change how you perceive things, how you look at things. It could make things really funny. It could make things very sexual. It just changes your emotions depending on which drug that they're, injecting into you. Very interesting concept. And overall, I really dug this movie. Now, it's one of these films that never got to that next level for me, and that's really because it all kind of takes place in this one little pocket on this island in this little laboratory, right? Most of the movie, I'd say 80% of the movie takes place in this one spot. So it doesn't get a chance to really breathe and flesh itself out to become more than what it is. So I thought all the roles were great. I thought the acting was great. I thought the story was cool. I was very intrigued, but I was really left wanting some more that I couldn't really get. And I kind of understand why, because it's just the premise that we were in. But overall, I enjoyed it, especially for a Netflix film. I think you'll enjoy it too. If you like the components that I told you, if you like the actors, it's well directed. It's got cool concepts. I like the idea of the drugs. I say, why not? Give it a shot. It was a fun ride. Spiderhead, I would give 3 out of 5. It was good. Never quite got to that 4 or 5 level for me that I was kind of hoping, because I had really high expectations for this film. But like I said, because it's so contained, I don't think it had a chance to get there for me. But 3 out of 5 is still good, and I enjoyed it, and I wouldn't mind sitting down and watching this again someday. So check that out. That is now streaming on Netflix. Now we're going to head to the movie theater, and we're going to check out the new release this weekend from Disney Pixar. It's Lightyear. That's right, Lightyear, based on the Buzz Lightyear toy that we've all seen from the Toy Story movies. Legendary Space Ranger Buzz Lightyear embarks on an intergalactic adventure alongside a group of ambitious recruits and his robot companion, Socks. So basically, with this movie, it takes place... It's a movie. It's a movie in a movie, because at the beginning of this film, they talk about how in 1995, Andy got his Buzz Lightyear toy because it was based on his favorite movie ever. This is that movie. And we're off. So basically, we're watching the movie that Andy watched and fell in love with. And I know a lot of people still bitching about, why didn't they just get Tim Allen to be the voice of Lightyear? I don't understand. Why is it Chris Evans? Well, to me, this actually made a lot of sense, because if you think about it, when you're buying toys based on a movie, 9 times out of 10, the voice on your toy is not the movie voice. They do not usually get the voice actors to be the voices of the toys. So to me, it makes sense that Chris Evans was the voice in the movie, but when the toy came out, it was Tim Allen, right? So Tim Allen is the voice of the toy. So it makes sense to me. I think people are overlooking it, because there's a lot of hate online about the fact that it's not Tim Allen. Like, how dare they? And it just makes sense to me. I don't know. It never really bugged me based on what they did here. Now, this movie, of course, like I said, great voice cast. You got Chris Evans, you got Keke Palmer, Taika Waititi, Uza Aduba, James Brolin, and it goes on and on from there. Really solid cast, and it's got some heart, it's got some tears, it's got laughs, it's got some scares for the kids. Overall, this was a fun adventure. Is it the top of Pixar? No, I think I actually enjoyed Turning Red more. I think I enjoyed Luca more. So Pixar, man, has kind of been on this high echelon. And I wouldn't say Lightyear quite met those expectations. It starts off really, really strong and then kind of dips for me in the middle and towards the end. But overall, I had a really fun time with it. My daughter loved it. And again, that's the audience we're going for. So I would give Lightyear 4 out of 5 stars. It does what it wants to do. So from that perspective, how can you not? So I enjoyed it to infinity and beyond. That's Lightyear, now in theaters. And my third film is also something I watched over the weekend with my daughter because she's a big fan. My daughter is a massive fan of Teen Titans Go. And I can't say that I'm not either because I love Teen Titans Go. And, you know, she's the one that actually got me into the show. I'm the big superhero guy and always dodged Teen Titans Go for the last decade. And then my daughter got into it and she's like, you need to watch this with me. And after some pushback, I finally did. And I was like, oh my God, this show's hilarious. So I love Teen Titans Go. And this is a crossover movie that they just put out. It's called Teen Titans Go and the DC Superhero Girls Mayhem in the Multiverse. That's right. So a little bit of a mashup here as we have the Teen Titans Go and we have the DC Superhero Girls, which are two totally different shows on the Cartoon Network. This is Mayhem in the Multiverse. With the help of an ancient Kryptonian power, Lex Luthor unites the world's supervillains to capture all of Earth's superheroes until only the DC Superhero Girls are left to stop the Legion of Doom. Our heroes must cross dimensions to rescue their fellow superheroes from the Phantom Zone. But a fortuitous wrong turn leads them to Titan's Tower, where they find the much-needed allies in the Teen Titans. So overall, this is pretty funny. It's not as good as I'd hoped it to be. I was actually kind of stoked at a big crossover event like this being on the movie. But this leans way too much on the DC Superhero Girls. My daughter spent half this movie saying, where the Teen Titans go? I want to see the Teen Titans. The movie starts with the Teen Titans and then it immediately switches to the Superhero Girls and stays there for a majority of the runtime and then kind of bounces back and forth towards the end. But she was right, man. It was really bugging her that this wasn't kind of a 50-50 split when it comes to this movie. And it weighs very heavy on the Superhero Girls. So but that's not to take anything away. They're all really fun characters. It was an interesting story. You got to see a lot of different characters pop up. And if you're a fan of these franchises, I think you'll dig this one. So Teen Titans Go and the DC Superhero Girls Mayhem in the Multiverse is now available on video on demand. I believe they stream it every once in a while now on the Cartoon Network. But you have to keep an eye out for it. I actually bought this one for my daughter last week because it was on sale for $10. So we picked it up and added it to the collection. So I would give this one 3 out of 5 stars. So there's your 3 movies. We got Spiderhead now on Netflix, 3 out of 5. Lightyear now in theaters, 4 out of 5. And Teen Titans Go and the DC Superhero Girls Mayhem in the Multiverse now on video on demand. I'd give 3 out of 5 as well. Okay, let's go on over to television. So I checked out the new show, The Girl from Plainville. This is a new Hulu original, and now I'm really hooked on these real life kind of true crime kind of documentaries. Docu-shows, I should say, not documentaries, but docu-shows, especially after I've just watched Candy and The Staircase, so now I'm like, ooh, which one's next? So we jumped into The Girl from Plainville, which is also based on a true story about a boyfriend-girlfriend that pretty much most of their relationship was through text messaging, and they get into a fight, and he threatens suicide, and she eggs him on and says, fine, go ahead and do it, I don't think you'll do it, and he actually does do it, and she goes to court over it because they actually think she pushed him to kill himself. So very interesting story. I've watched the first 3 episodes and it's okay. I don't love it. It's very slow. But I don't hate it either. So we're going to continue watching this one and seeing where it goes. But I was kind of hoping for a little bit more. Like with Candy, I was sucked in right away. With this one, it's just so slow that it's getting me, it's hard for me to kind of stick with it and see where it's going. But I'm definitely curious to see where it goes because we're only in the early stages of the show. So check out The Girl from Plainville. That is on Hulu. I finally started Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. So you know me, over the past 6 months, I watched all of Power. Then I watched Book 2, Ghost. Then I watched Book 4, Force. And now I'm back on Book 3, Raising Kanan. This is the last one I need to watch. And I figured I might as well jump into this one because Season 2 is on the way. And I like it, but it's definitely my least favorite out of anything in the Power universe. This one hasn't quite hit for me like the other shows have yet. Like I said, I do like it, but it's not that, ooh, I can't wait to watch the next episode kind of show like the rest of the Power shows are. So that's a little unfortunate, but hey, I'm only a couple episodes in to this one, so we'll see where it goes. Maybe it's going to really pick up for me. And lastly, I just wanted to mention Barry. Barry Season 3 just finished last weekend on HBO, and it was a hell of a finale. It almost feels like a series finale. The show has been renewed. It's coming back for Season 4. I can't wait to see where it goes from here. Hell of a season. Definitely a different type of season. I just wanted to shout that out. Make sure you check out Barry Season 3. All episodes now out on HBO and HBO Max. So there you go there. And now let's get into our box office. All right, let's talk how did the box office shake up over this weekend. Coming in number 10, it's Brian and Charles. Number 9 is Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Number 8 is Downton Abbey, A New Era, which, by the way, will be hitting Peacock next week, I believe. So this is coming out on Peacock in just about another week. Number 7 is The Bad Guys. Number 6 is Everything Everywhere All at Once. Number 5 is Bob's Burgers, the movie. Number 4 is Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which hits VOD in 2 days on Disney+. Number 3 is Top Gun Maverick. Number 2 is Lightyear. That's right. A lot of people saying underperformance, as Lightyear was supposed to be number 1 and it only made it to number 2. $55 million. Close, but no cigar. Actually, $51 million, I should say. 55 after the 4th day, which is today. So yeah, $51 million for Lightyear, which means number 1 once again is Jurassic World Dominion. No one thought it would last more than a week because of Lightyear, but nope, it held on, bringing in another $58 million, $68 million if you count the 4-day, to retain its number 1 spot. So there you go. The box office, man. Big hit for Lightyear, man. Pixar finally getting back to the theater. Still a decent debut, but to not be number 1 has a lot of people scratching their head. But congratulations to Jurassic World Dominion holding it down. All right, that's our box office. It's time to switch gears and get into our news of the week. All right, it's time for another video game movie. And coming up next year is going to be the Gran Turismo movie. Didn't know if I ever wanted one, but I guess we're going to get one. I'd rather have a Need for Speed film. Again, I know we did one already. I'd rather have a sequel than a Gran Turismo film, but we know it's coming, and it's actually going to be directed by Neil Blomkamp, which is actually kind of cool. So I'll be very interested to see what he ends up coming up with. But the movie is confirmed to be coming out next year in 2023. So that means he's going to have to get going on this one rather quickly. It is confirmed that Michael Giacchino is directing Marvel's Werewolf by Night. Now, this was heavily speculated before, but now we know for sure, right from his lips, they are in the middle of still making this thing, which is supposed to come out in October. And of course, what's interesting is you might have recognized that name before. Michael Giacchino usually does the scores to movies. That's right, he does a lot of the scores to all the Marvel movies, and he's actually directing this. So I'm really, really cool and down to see what does he end up coming up with from a director standpoint over here for the Halloween special coming to Disney+.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hey everyone, Stratus and D. Scruffles here. We're a father and son team and the hosts of the Rough Talk VR podcast, a weekly podcast all about the MetaQuest virtual reality headset, formerly known as the Oculus Quest. We review games, interview game developers, and talk about the latest in the world of virtual reality.
With a son in his 20s
and a father just starting in his 50s, we have perspectives and gaming experience spanning decades. Join us each week as we break down a different virtual reality game and get to know our favorite game developers. Rough Talk VR, available now on Apple, Spotify, Overcast, Google, and everywhere else podcasts are enjoyed.
Squid Games The Challenge. That's right, we're getting a reality series on Netflix based on the Korean drama Squid Game. So yes, they're going to be playing the games for money, and it's going to be real life. Now, I don't think anyone's going to die, but it's going to be pretty interesting to see. Netflix knows how to do these little game shows pretty well. So we'll see, baby. We'll see where it gets. Obi-Wan Kenobi heading to theaters in an exclusive 5-hour marathon event. That's right. So check out your local theaters near you. If you got 5 hours to kill, later this week, at the end of this week or next week, you'll be able to watch all 6 episodes in a theater as a big movie. So very, very cool there. We have the Only Murders in the Building Season 2 trailer. I still got to finish Season 1. I hate when I'm still binging a show and the next season already drops, because then I feel mad pressure. So Only Murders in the Building Season 2 is on the way. Nicole Kidman, Zac Efron, and Joey King are set to star in a new Netflix romantic comedy. So great casting there. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes has started casting for its first tributes and mentors to the cast. The Lincoln Lawyer has been announced for a season 2. Congratulations here. I do want to watch this show, just haven't had a chance yet, but Lincoln Lawyer, baby, congratulations. Another Smurfs movie is in development. Who in their right mind is asking for more Smurfs? Like, I don't get this. There's so many movies that need to be made, and somehow Smurfs gets the go-ahead? I don't know. Puss in Boots director is already attached. And why would he want to make a fucking Smurfs movie? Like, I don't even understand. It's just so stupid. HBO Max announces a Mexico set DC animated film, Batman Azteca. That's right, a Aztec warrior Batman animated film. So this is coming to HBO Max. I've seen some confusion here on if it's only going to be in HBO Max like overseas, or if it's going to actually release here in the States as well. I'm thinking it would be everywhere, but it's an interesting concept here. George St. Pierre teases that his character Batroc the Leaper, his live-action MCU return, is coming soon. That's right, he says he's gonna come back. So we're gonna get some more of Batroc, which is always very, very cool. Nico Santos has also been added to the cast of Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 3. I like Nico Santos. He was on Superstore, and one of my favorite characters, so I can't wait to see what he pops up in Guardians 3. We have the trailer for Persuasion. That's right, Dakota Johnson leads Netflix's Jane Austen adaptation. Morbius 2... I don't have anything official, but Jared Leto says, never say never. So there you go. That's the closest I think we'll get to Morbius 2. See How They Run. We have your first look images of Sam Rockwell, Saoirse Ronan, and more teaming up for a new zany murder mystery that's coming soon. So check that out. Apple TV Plus and the MLS have inked a 10-year deal to stream every match via Apple TV in the app. So that is big time right there. Congratulations. Top Gun Maverick is now the highest grossing movie of the year in the United States. Woo, man. I feel the need for speed, baby. Highest grossing movie of the year. That is awesome. Maverick surpassed Doctor Strange 2 to earn $401.8 million. It's also the second highest grossing movie of the pandemic era. Netflix renews the hit Korean drama Sweet Home for seasons 2 and 3. Pamela Adlon sets her featured directorial debut with Lana Glazer in her new pregnancy comedy. So pretty interesting there. West Side Story's Josh Andreas Riviera has joined the cast of the Hunger Games prequel. We have the new teaser trailer for Paramount Plus's new crime drama Tulsa King, starring Sylvester Stallone. I watched this little teaser. I'm so down. I love Sylvester Stallone. Even though it's a little teaser, it looks awesome. He's a mob boss, and I'm there for it. So that's coming, I think, in November on Paramount Plus. Manny Montana has joined Disney Plus's Ironheart series. I like Manny. He was in The Strain. He was also in Good Girls. A lot of people like this guy. A lot of people don't know his name. You'll know him if you see him. But he's coming to Ironheart. And there you go. Avatar: The Last Airbender is set to receive 3 films. That's right, Nickelodeon Paramount Animation have announced that they plan 3 films to be based in the world of Avatar: The Last Airbender. We have a teaser trailer for My Policeman, which is Harry Styles' new movie. Intergalactic is a new Netflix series that's being brought to you by Kid Cudi. Miss Marvel Explained. What is the Department of the Damage Control? A lot of people have been wondering about this, so we have an article up that you could check out to learn more about damage control. Puss in Boots, The Last Wish. We have the new trailer, and this trailer is awesome. They played it before Lightyear also, and me and my daughter were just cracking up. I cannot wait for Puss in Boots. This movie looks hilarious. Samuel Jackson says he would rather be Nick Fury than chase Oscar bait. That's right. They were doing an interview the other day, and he says, I want to do roles that I'm excited about, that I have fun with. He's like, I'm not trying to chase a statue, so. And I think that's so cool of someone like him to do, like he just wants to do the stuff that's fun to him, and I love that. The Equalizer 3 is going to reunite Dakota Fanning with her Man on Fire co-star Denzel Washington. That's right, Denzel coming back for the Equalizer 3, reteaming with Dakota Fanning, which of course they starred in Man on Fire many, many, many years ago. The new Predator prequel movie Prey has earned an R rating for violence. I love that. Peyton List will be stuck in limbo at high school in a new Paramount Plus series called School Spirits. I like Peyton List. She's, of course, in Cobra Kai, so we'll be curious to see what she does in this series here. We all know Taika Waititi's Star Wars film will be the next film in the Star Wars universe, and he says that it will ignore pre-existing characters and will expand the world. So there you go there. Of course, man, the galaxy is so big, we don't need to be in one little Skywalker pocket. I love that Taika's going to do his thing and bring us something new and fresh. We also got, speaking of Taika Waititi, we got an article up with him revealing how he convinced Natalie Portman to return in the new movie, so very cool there. I did a little Thor rewatch over the weekend. My daughter is so excited for Love and Thunder, but she didn't really remember. She was not even born, I think, when the first Thor movie came out, so she didn't recall the first two movies. And so when she's seeing, this girl Thor now, I had to show her where Natalie Portman's Jane Foster came from. So over the weekend, we watched Thor, and then we watched Thor the Dark World, and she's all caught up now. She loves Ragnarok, so we're ready for our Love and Thunder. We already got our pre-sale tickets. That's right, tickets are on sale. I got tickets for 2 nights. Thursday pre-show night in the IMAX, and then Friday night again with the fam. So very excited to see some Love and Thunder. I'm so stoked for this movie. Garen Dillahunt is joining the new show Hightown. Actually, it's not a new show. It's season 3 of Hightown as a South Boston gangsta. Garrett Dillahunt is a really great actor. I love whenever he pops up and stuff. He was awesome in Ambulance. So coming to season 3 of Hightown. Billy Crystal set to headline and executive produce a new Apple TV Plus limited series about a child psychiatrist. Gina Rodriguez is set to star in a new missing airplane thriller that they're saying is very Lost-esque, called Last Known Position, and this will be on Amazon Prime Video. Melissa McCarthy, Hugh Grant are joining Jerry Seinfeld's Unfrosted, the Pop-Tart story. That's right, there is a Pop-Tart movie coming to Netflix, and it's going to have Jerry Seinfeld, Hugh Grant, Melissa McCarthy, Amy Schumer, and a whole bunch of people. It's going to be a big one right here. The Pop-Tart story, baby. Pop-Tart. I love Pop-Tarts. We have your first look at Ryan Gosling as Ken in the upcoming Barbie live-action movie. It's pretty damn silly. And it's funny because my wife loves Ryan Gosling, and she looked at this picture and was like, he looks horrible. And I was like, oh, really? And she's like, he looks like he's like 50 years old in this thing with his bleach blonde hair. It just looks really bad. But I don't know. It's hard to tell out of context what they're trying to do with this Barbie movie. So we will see. Only Murders in the Building Season 2 is confirmed to be out in about 8 days. That's right. June 28th will be Season 2 of Only Murders in the Building, which will be on Hulu.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Leadership, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starfleet Leadership Academy. Its ongoing mission to develop leaders through Star Trek. To boldly go where no podcast has gone before. A leadership development podcast told through the lens of Star Trek, the Starfleet Leadership Academy, Available everywhere you listen to podcasts.
So make sure you don't miss that. Sorry, I missed my notes right here for a second. Wonder Man. You ready for something new in the Marvel world? Because we're getting Wonder Man. I don't even know. They're really scratching sometimes to put a character together. Marvel has so many characters, and I'm like, who the fuck is Wonder Man? The only cool thing coming about this is that it's going to be brought to us by Destin Daniel Cretton, who did Shang-Chi. So he did such an amazing job with Shang-Chi, and he's teaming with the Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Community writer as the head writer for this show, which gives me hope that Wonder Man's going to be actually pretty damn cool. But I'm still like, what the fuck is a Wonder Man? But yes, that's another MCU character that'll be coming to Disney+. Now, another character that's coming back on HBO is Jon Snow. That's right, Jon Snow, a spin-off starring Kit Harington, is in development over at HBO. So there you go. Pretty damn awesome right there. Astro Boy reboot is in the works. So there you go there. I'm never a big fan of that. ABC sets the premiere dates for its fall 2022 slate, so check that out if you want to know when your favorites are coming back. We have your first season 4 full trailer for Westworld, which I thought the trailer was pretty outstanding. I'm way behind on Westworld. I never even got through season 2, so now that season 4 is coming out, I'm like, oh my goodness. I don't know if I'll ever get back to this show, but I did think the trailer was pretty damn good. A Von Erich wrestling drama called The Iron Claw is coming, and it's going to star Zac Efron. And this is going to be brought to us by A24, so very, very interesting. Kind of reminds me of like when they did The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke, so Zac Efron going for his big moment. Tom Hardy has confirmed that writing has begun for Venom 3 as he posted a cover sheet of the script, so that is pretty awesome there. We have the trailer for Bros, which is Billy Eichner's new gay rom-com. We have your first teaser trailer for Blonde, which is your Marilyn Monroe film that Ana de Armas is in, that stars as Marilyn Monroe, coming later this year to Netflix. September 23rd, by the way, to Netflix, September 23rd. Ethan Hawke is set to star in a new crime mystery series over on Showtime called The Whites. Chucky Season 2 has added Meg Tilly, Gina Gershon, Joe Pantoliano, and a whole bunch more to the cast. So congratulations there. Can't wait for Chucky Season 2. The Big D, which was a new upcoming dating show, it's been canceled over on TBS just weeks ahead of its premiere. So, I wonder what happened. But no one's getting the Big D anymore. Abigail Spencer, along with Donald Faison, have joined the cast of John Cryer's new upcoming NBC comedy pilot. Very cool here. I love Abigail Spencer. So fine. And Donald Faison's hilarious. I like John Cryer, so hey man, I'll have to check this one out now. Hacks has been renewed for season 3. I do not watch this show, but my wife does, and she loves this show. So there you go. It's really funny. Hacks renewed for season 3. Strange World is a new upcoming Disney animated film. The trailer came out before Lightyear, and we have the trailer for you now too, coming in November, I believe, to theaters. Alrighty, moving along here. Chris Evans says he'd love to return to the MCU as the Human Torch. He said it would be an easier sell to him to come back as the Human Torch than it would be to come back as Captain America, which I just find so interesting. It's never going to happen, but it's cool to hear that he's got some love for Johnny Storm. Guy Ritchie coming back to the Disney live-action world and not in Aladdin 2. Guy Ritchie is going to direct a live-action Hercules movie for Disney. Very, very interesting there. So he did a great job with Aladdin, so we'll see what he does with Hercules. We have the trailer for Prize Fighter, which is Russell Crowe and Matt Hookings, starring in a new hard-hitting 18th century boxing drama. Nicole Kidman set to star in and produce a new Hitchcockian thriller called Holland, Michigan. Maverick, Top Gun Maverick has soared past $800 million to become Tom Cruise's biggest global hit. So congratulations there. His biggest movie ever, Top Gun Maverick. So I'm sure he's so excited that he did the sequel after all these years and all the praise that it's getting. Snowpiercer is set to end with season 4. When Calls the Heart has been renewed for season 10 over at the Hallmark Channel. Will Forte is set to lead a new dark comedic thriller called Bodkin, and that's going to be over on Netflix. The Vampire Diaries universe will continue beyond Legacies. The next show is just a matter of when. That's what the executive producers say, but they will do another show in that universe down the road. Jurassic World Dominion has stomped past $500 million globally, so congratulations there, $500 million. Peacock has set an August premiere date for The End Is Nigh. That's right, from Bill Nye the Science Guy. The Rookie Feds is a new show, a new ABC spinoff series, and Britt Robertson has joined the cast. Miss Marvel, its 5-day viewership is the lowest of any MCU Disney Plus series. I'm not shocked by this. Miss Marvel is the least known character out of all the Disney Plus series, right? She's not pre-established. I may be on the same mark as Moon Knight, but other than that, all the other characters had a base. So this doesn't shock me. What I hope now is that as the weeks go on, it will gain the viewership. It'll gain the traction, because we're 2 episodes in and this show is fantastic. It's so good, and it's good for the whole family. My daughter loves it. Iman Vellani is so endearing as this character. I love her, and I want to see her succeed. She's such a big Marvel fan in the universe anyway. So I'm really pulling for this show, and the critics love it. So hopefully, yes, it might be the lowest debut, but hopefully as it rolls on, it'll really gain that traction. Jack Champion, Liana Liberato have joined the cast of Scream 6. Not familiar with either of those two. The Flash, oh my God. I don't want to get into this, so I'm going to say this real quick. Rumor has it, now if you've been following any kind of news, Ezra Miller has been doing a lot of dumb shit. And there's warrants out for his arrest. People have said he's been violent. There's a lot going on with Ezra Miller. And the rumors over the weekend are that WB, Warner Brothers, DC Films are going to replace him in future films. That the Flash movie will probably still come out, but after that, it's very unlikely that Ezra Miller will still be playing Barry Allen, aka the Flash, as they move forward, because it just doesn't look like anybody can really do work with him going forward at this point. It's really sad. Really, this is a movie that was one of my most anticipated films of the year. I think it was my second most anticipated film of the year, and then they pushed it to next year, which sucked. And then now we're just wondering, is this movie going to even ever come out? And it deserves to, because you got Michael Keaton, and you got Ben Affleck, and you got Supergirl in there, and a lot going on in this movie. And I hate for Ezra Miller to mess it up for everybody. But we'll keep you posted on this story as it kind of rolls around. But it's just sad all the way around. But yeah, do not be surprised if the Flash is recast in the DC EU. Okay, trucking along. By the way, I hope everybody had an amazing Father's Day yesterday. That's right, happy Not the Mama's Day. So make sure, I hope you all had an amazing day. I sure as hell did. Love being a dad. I talk about my daughter all the time on this show. And it's one of the greatest things in the world. All right. Moving along, Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren, their upcoming Yellowstone prequel series has an official title. It's going to be called 1923. That's right. It's really old. HBO Max's Warrior Season 3 is getting ready to start production, so they're coming back there. Kevin Feige teasing that MCU's Phase 4 will have a much clearer picture in the coming months. That's right. One of the biggest critiques of Phase 4 is that everybody's like, where the fuck are we going? What's happening in Phase 4? It's just a bunch of shows and movies with no connection. We don't know what is happening. Well, Kevin Feige says there have been little nuggets that people are just not picking up on them, but the picture will be much clearer in the coming months of where the narrative is taking us. So can't wait to see when that is. Criminal Record is a new show with Peter Capaldi and Cush Jumbo. They're going to lead a new crime thriller for Apple TV Plus, once again called Criminal Record. We have an article up with Sydney Sweeney talking about working on her first Marvel film with Madam Web. Ed Helms and Jaina Schmedling are back for more, in Rutherford Falls Season 2, now streaming on Peacock. I like this show. I don't love it, but I like it. Season 1 was funny, so can't wait to see. Haven't started Season 2 yet, but we'll go from there. Working Moms is set to end with Season 7 over on the CBC and Netflix, so that one's wrapping up. A Teen Wolf offshoot is coming called Wolfpack, and they have started casting for its lead wolves, so get ready for the next generation. Queen of the Universe has added Mel B as a new Season 2 judge. And that is it. That's our news. Yes, I'm going to end with the Mel B over on Queen of the Universe. And, of course, if you missed last week's show, go back and check out our episode beta and get caught up there. All right, guys, that'll do it. Look at that, man. We've caught it in, right? That nice 40-minute mark. That is really beautiful. Thank you so much once again for tuning in to our newest episode here of Am I on the Air? Make sure you check out our official webpage at amiontheair.com. Very easy there, right? Just remember the show and go put a .com on at the end. You get all the episodes, you get all the links to the social media. Everything you need is really right there. Make sure you like us on Facebook, facebook.com/amiontheair. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at amiontheair. You can follow me on Twitter at DXDonMega, and we really will follow you back. So, give us a follow, and we'll follow you back. Make sure you subscribe to us on Apple Podcast. If Apple Podcast ain't your thing, don't you worry. We got you covered. You can get us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Spreaker, Stitcher, TuneIn, Podchaser. We're on every platform out there. Pandora. Just look us up, and you can find Am I on the Air? And that also goes to TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Just search Am I on the Air and give us a follow on all the social medias. We got video reviews up on TikTok and Instagram, so make sure you check those out. We got one video up for Spiderhead over the weekend, and I'm going to be hopefully putting one up tonight with my daughter doing Lightyear, so look forward to that. But outside that, that's going to really do it for us. Thank you to our affiliates at reddragonsradio.com, and that's on Twitter at reddragonsradio. And, of course, the Pop Culture Pros, like I talked about at the beginning of the show. Pop Culture Pros always streaming us on their network as well. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in for Season 24, Episode 14, To Infinity. It is a Monday. It is June the 20th. I thank you so much. Later this week, we'll see what hits theaters, see what I'm going to check out. Is it going to be The Black Phone? Is Elvis this week? I'll have to take a look and see what all's coming out. And we'll see what we review on the next episode. So till then, take care of yourselves and each other. And until next time, y'all. Peace. Red Dragon!